Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Serious Strategy Gamer and we're returning to Humankind. Things are looking up for our situation here, situated on this rocky terrain in this little continent. We've just conquered a little bit of the Mayan territories and established a couple of new wonders, and I feel like we're really spiraling out of control. We've already gathered 6 era stars, and I think we are very likely to get another one very soon. It's just going to be one more population. So the only big question I have is, shall we advance directly then, or shall we wait a little bit? And I think what we could do is try to accelerate things here a little bit. So let's try to buy out this this district here, because these districts are really the only benefit that we are gaining here. And if we were to wait 2 turns, I think it would be alright. Are we gaining more people? No, we'd be gaining more from sending... Actually, I think we are going to get more people from sending everyone to science. It's still 2 turns. That is a bit unfortunate. I would have hoped that that could go a little bit quicker. But that is going to give us a benefit there. That's nice. Then the other thing is... Oh, we do have you down here. You can still move. Oh yeah, you did discover a carcass there. Okay, I suppose so. Let's see whether we can find anything in the south. Maybe over there. I don't know. Right, that being said, and let's actually look a little bit at the trade and other things that we can do. So, how about the English? Can you trade anything with us? You're trading everything that you can. How about the Mayurans? Okay, I don't know. You're trading everything that you've got, that's okay then. The Mayans, I don't think we are trading at all, and you only have very limited resources and we potentially want to conquer you at some point. Same with the Mongols, so that's a no. So the big question is really the Aztecs. I think you do have a lot of things. You do. Pearls, money per trader, no. Silver, yes. Let's buy that. More research for +2 science on any research cost. That's huge. That actually should give us a huge boost here as well. Sorry, not in this city. In this city. Kerma. It's still 2 turns. Unfortunate. So, what else can you trade? So, that was the silver salt. Salt is useful, a little bit of food. Sage is more food, I suppose. Yeah, it is. Oh, we can't buy it. Can't afford it. Coffee? No, that's just food per traders. Saffron. Food per farmer's quarters, that's lovely. Dye would be lovely. Okay, that's it then. We don't have enough money to trade away anything else. Okay, let's end the turn. See what we're going to get. So we can advance to the next era now. But if we do wait a turn, we're going to have the last of these districts. So I think that would be a good thing to do. Right, so do remind me later. We're going to wait a turn. And we've got a couple of idle armies here. Here's the next question. What do we do with the Mongols? I kind of dislike the fact that they are around, that they are potentially causing havoc. I think what we could try to do is, given that they're in this sort of semi-worthless desert, yeah, there are some unknown strategic resources here, and given that this is in the desert, that's probably going to be something like oil, I guess, could be uranium or whatever. They are weak, they're incredibly weak, but I don't want to worry about them all the time, so I think it might make sense to try to do something like...
Are you with me?
We could actually ask them to join us flat out. Just hand over that city. I don't think that's the way to go though, because I don't actually want another city. We actually have one too many cities anyway. So... I think... Can we declare a surprise war? We can. That is going to give us the traitor badge. Which I dislike, but I suppose it's fine. Gain some war support when destroying an enemy district. Question is, can we destroy their city at all? Let's try it. So we are at war against them now. Let's move you guys up over here, and then we can start this immediately. We are gonna, of course, assault you, because your city there is not that great anyway. Right, let's see. That setup should be okay. Oh, there's our spearmen for the first time. Let's end the deployment here. Okay, can you fire at anyone? No, because you just need that sort of hit them, stand next to them thing. How about you guys? You can go down here. And you can't attack from up here, so that means you guys can come here, shoot down. That's going to be alright. Can you attack immediately down there? Yeah, you can. Okay, that's okay then, I suppose. Right, let's just try to finish you off there. Nice. Good work. Okay, you guys, you can attack down here, so that would be potentially okay. You know what, let's do it. Finish them off quickly, I think is going to be the priority here. And that's the end of our round. They're going to move forward, they're going to suicide, I guess. They're probably going to try to reinforce this position here. Oh, you're actually going to attack our archers there. That's not nice of you, is it? Do you have any other units? No, I think you don't. You can't even attack here? Well, there we go. Quickly, joink. Nice. Unit lost. They've lost their last city. Now, the next thing that we do need to do is actually burn it down. Okay, you can't do that now, but I think we can do it next turn. Right, who's idle? You guys are. I think you will need to get to the coast very soon. So let's actually make our way to the English coast there. You guys likewise should potentially try to make it all the way to the right here. Oh, there's a curiosity there. You guys down here. You can't sail inwards there. Well, we've got the ship to the north there, so maybe you should make your way south. Let's get here. Then we're going to wait there and then make the crossing to the next coastal area next turn around. So let's skip you. And you guys, I did want to move you a little bit to the south here, didn't I? Yeah, let's try to explore new lands. Find out if there are any islands down here. Doesn't look like it, so that's okay. By the way, what are we researching? Furnace steel. I think that's okay because it will give us a little bit more production. But currently the plan is to go for furnace steel, centralized power, and then patronage. We've got movable typeface. Here's the thing. We have discovered a new continent, and that is very exciting. And I want to start to explore that a little bit more. And for that, I think what we do need is the three-masted ship here. To get the Caravel, which is going to be a naval transport that can actually move on the high seas. Settlers and city cap, that's also going to be useful. So I think we're going to continue with the furnace steel, but then we're going to go into three-masted ship first and then into patronage. Charter territories would also be useful. Signs per population. 4 turns. Okay, you know what? Let's actually do it like this. We're going to go into three-masted ship, chartered companies, a little bit more money, that's not important. A little bit more money, that's not important. More money, but most important, Cabinet of Curiosities. 1 signs per population, that's huge. That's huge. We've got large population, so I think that is going to give us a nice bonus. And a bonus that is potentially going to go very well with what we're going to do next, I think. Right, so end turn. Population gain, furnace steel researched. Close to victory in the war, yeah. And you guys would indeed die if you were not to get to coastal terrain. So let's make sure that that is exactly what you're going to do. This is the first time we're seeing any English unit. They've got the Gestati, powerful warriors. Interesting. And the Mongols have a war support of 0, so that probably means that... Ooh, that's unfortunate. So the English are declaring war against these guys. That does leave the Aztecs of sort of the laughing third guy, which I very much dislike. Right, you guys, can you now go ahead and ransack this territory, please? That is the city, right? No, this is the city. Let's try to ransack it. Unless we do need to force them to surrender. You know what? I think we are going to force them to surrender just like that. Become a puppet.
Look at what a competing empire has accomplished.
Nice.
A gasp of wonder, a cry of astonishment, and perhaps a pang of jealousy.
Good. Okay, so they are now our puppet. I don't know exactly what that means, but I did want to try to find out.
It's not yours. Any human-built wonder is an impressive feat of design and construction.
Really?
Makes me wish I'd done it.
Do they have a wonder? Did we find a new wonder? I don't think we did.
Look at what a competing empire has accomplished. A gasp of wonder, a cry of astonishment, and perhaps a pang of jealousy.
Have we spotted another wonder? I don't think we have. Obelisk? Horse ranch? That's certainly not a wonder. Oh well, I don't know. Doesn't matter. Right, so what else? We've got idle cities. You have finished the construction of this. That's perfect. That's lovely. I like it. That does allow us to advance to the next era. Does mean that we should consider what we're going to do up here. I think any bonus to research is just going to be a good thing. More stability would also be useful. Stability per researcher. By the way, that's going to be a little bit more industry if we're going to move people over here. So let's move them over here. Still 7 people doing research. So more stability would be very much welcome. On the other hand, probably the aqueduct is going to do better at that. Science per researchers, 2. That's 14 science. That is good. Let's start out with that. But we should also think about our industry here. Industry per maker's quarters. Now you don't have a lot of adjacency bonuses on maker quarters. I would like to establish more maker quarters up here to help you a little bit in boosting that specifically. So I would like to place one over here and then another one over here. And honestly that should potentially be the priority here. Yeah, that's going to be nice. And then you can go into the charcoal kiln to actually grab a couple of bonuses on these guys. Nice, I like it. And more industry per worker is also going to be welcome. And afterwards you can concentrate on science. Because science, let's talk about that in a second too. What have you guys built? Oh, you did build the little outpost there, isn't it? The hamlet. And I do like that idea. I want to place them in sort of logical locations where I think, you know, a hamlet might be built. And to me that valley, that connection of these 3 great cities, it's a sensible spot. So that does make some sense. Right, what else are you going to do? Now, we did establish that we are not going to be able to connect you up fairly soon. So I think science on research quarters and science bonuses, great for you. As is going to be... Oh, you have a balanced policy. That's bad. Right, I think this is much better. You have a lot of people working on food and very few working on industry. Let's do go all out science here. I think that's a good choice. Right, you guys do explore towards down here. And then you guys, I think you should try to ignore that and get closer to the beach here, because we need to get in coastal terrain here, otherwise you're gonna fail at some point. Right, then you guys can start to make your way down here to the south. Try to get onto the coastal plains as well. Then you guys... Oh, you do have another movement points. Nice. Okay, let's advance to the next era. Which population are we going to pick? Now, there are very different ones. We are currently the Mughals. They are considered builders. One of the guys that I would find very interesting, of course, Persians, shared projects. That's huge. That's really nice. More money, a little bit of industry, but I'm a little bit concerned that their bonuses here, they don't really seem to stack. Ooh, I didn't know this. Counts as a maker's quarter and as a market quarter. Applies swift to any friendly army located on this district. It doesn't make sense to me. It just doesn't make sense to me. There are a couple of interesting ones. I'm not going to go through all of them, but the one that I found amazingly fun would be this Siamese. Plus 3 industry per district. That's huge. That's really good for us. Floating markets. Nice. A lot of money. A bit of industry. Not that much really compared to what we're making. Mine stability. Money on adjacent market quarters. We don't have that many adjacent market quarters. But what I do love is the Gatling gun elephant. We're going to have to try that at some point. But not today. Today I think we are falling so far behind in research that it might make sense to pick the French. They do give us a boost towards science, that's nice. They do give us more science per population, that's going to be huge. And more influence, we are falling behind on that a little bit too. And I just think this is going to be a good idea. Right, so let's go and adopt the French culture. Very fancy uniform there. So there we go. Turn pending. Yep. Okay, what's happening? Come on, game. Don't let me down.
The world gets larger, the cities expand, buildings reach higher, and roads stretch longer. And yet, the world gets smaller as bridges unite lands. Towns congest, and railroads bring distant goods to the doorstep. Anything seems possible in this wondrous future. Though as humankind grows, the planet itself appears to shrink. Born in the great era of Enlightenment revolutions, will the French live up to their best or launch another round of terrors?
So, welcome to the industrial area. Look at that. That looks fantastic. I'm lost at sea. Ooh. Let's look at them. Yeah, okay. So, you guys, before we do anything else, just get onto land. Make landfall somewhere there. Population gain, honestly, that's not that important. But yeah, we've got the French, so everything looks much more modern now. That's fantastic. Oh, look at these farmers' quarters. They look more like inner city districts now. How do the... Ooh, and we do know that this is coal now, don't we? Yeah, we do. Great. How do the science districts look? Still fantastic. Nice, I love it. All of the industry here. And it's kind of funny that we're now in the industrial area, but still, you know, de facto we are stuck at what would historically be the age of exploration. So much more like the early times. Oh, there are some people here. Mercenaries, Armenians. Huh, interesting. Okay, let's do... No, you did move. Let's do look at a couple of our cities. So, you currently do not have any specific district. We can build the exhibition hall. You're exploiting science, and you would give us 31 science. Why is that exactly? So, because you do give us science per population. And you've got 31 people? No, you've got 20 people. But we also gain a couple of bonuses, especially because you're adjacent to a research quarter. That does make a certain amount of sense. You're also at 100% stability. I would like to potentially gain some more population here and start building out a district down here. We did build this hamlet, this little townish, in this valley here, and I think we do want to get a view on these plains here by building a couple of bonus thingies. And that would not be too bad, but honestly, these things, exhibition halls, are so nice. I mean, 31 signs, that's about a sixth of what you're making already. How much are we getting here? Yeah, that's much better. And we're going to get a lot more influence. Yeah, let's do build it. And then where else can we be building some of these things? Only in the other districts, right? Yeah. 27. Why is it so high up here? 27 there? Still 27 there. Well, but let's actually start by improving some food infrastructure down here too. That is going to be nice. Ooh, but we should think about the hive furnace too. I think we've a little bit neglected that. And we've got a lot of industry districts that are adjacent to one another, so that is potentially going to be the best thing for us to do, so that everything else gets a little bit better after that. Good. Yeah, I like that idea. So that's Kreuzberg. Let's do check our capital, Cliff City. You're currently contributing to the Taj Mahal, and that's all lovely. But we do need to think about some things here. Firstly, I think the high furnace is going to be great for you because, again, you've got so many adjacencies going on down here and over there. So I think this is a fantastic thing to do. Let's go to the high furnace. In one turn, we're going to get the 3-masted ship. And at that point, we should start to send out some people to foreign lands too. You are looking okay on signs. Yeah, so let's actually prioritize that. Then you're going to contribute from there towards the Taj Mahal. But that's the best thing that you can do for the moment. Now, Edgeworth. Edgeworth is the city where we do want to build most of our army, right? So over here, it might make sense to do a couple of things. Firstly, minus unit industry cost. That's nice. Secondly, the armory to me seems very nice. More experience on creating units per iron, that is. So we're definitely going to use that. And then the Maker's Quarters, again, you have so many things going on for you up there. So that is actually the highest priority. And then we're going to do these things. And afterwards we're going to create some units that can go out to the sea and start exploring there. Right, that to me seems lovely. Now, which units are we going to use to explore? I would actually love to use some elephants here, simply because, honestly, they're just cool. Now, there's a bit of a negative thing about these guys, and that is their range. So, they receive a penalty when they are in combat. So, we're actually going to accompany you with some proper knights here, and then we have a very fast scouting group that can go over to the next continent and check out there. But these guys should then get all of the bonuses from these things, so I think that is fantastic. Good. Let's continue the review of our cities with West Point. How are you guys doing? You're building the Taj Mahal, that is all nice and lovely and good, but how about some industrial bonuses on that? High Furnace, yeah, I think good choice. Let's again prioritize that, because all of these bonuses are going to stack up and going to be extremely nice for you. And then the Taj Mahal is going to give us stability after that. That's also good and lovely indeed. Now, given the strategic situation, with the Aztecs being potentially our closest competitors simply because they own so much land, I think ultimately a competitive or a competition across this sea is going to be much more likely than one across this sea. There's no enemy civilization on here, just a couple of independent cities. That means I think we do need to build West Point into a military base here to serve the western coast. So ultimately these are things that we should consider. So I do think an armory makes some sense. And I do think the barracks ultimately will make some sense too. We might actually need to build up some garrisons here on points like this cliff to actually keep an eye on potentially enemy approaches. Well, that being said, and that's good down there, let's check camera. You guys are building your industrial districts. That is nice, and yeah, everything else will flow from that, so you can continue doing that. You guys are building up your signs, that's cool too. And yeah, we did check on Kranzberg, didn't we? Yeah, so that's good. So that does mean it's now mostly our armies that do need to move up and about. So that being said, I think you guys should actually move towards West Point here and be able to defend over there somehow. That's good. Right, you guys are still going to stick towards the Mayans. Our war support here is still way too low, so there's no need or benefit of trying to use you there. That does leave this shippy over here. Can we actually take a look at this? No, we can't. Oh, and they do exert zone of control. Interesting, I didn't know that. Can you actually attack us here? Oh, you could potentially, right? So let's do try to get away here. I do not like that. Right, anything else down here? Any land? No lands at all. No. We'll need to swing around to make sure that that ship survives. And then again, you can move to the south here. Try to leap from coastal plain to coastal plain. How are you guys doing up here? You just moved, right? Yeah, we did move you, I think, in the beginning of the turn. 3 master chip researched, lovely. So, what's happening over here? Let's move away. You guys, now do we want to find out what's down here? It's a bit of a detour. I think we don't need to take that. Let's do move up here to the north. There are unfortunately some reefs that we need to navigate. Ooh, and we have another section here. Irreligion? Religious community participation, yada yada, has been waning. So these are pretty much the atheists, aren't they? Lose the ability to enforce a state religion. Build new holy sites or temples. Become immune to religious grievances. Or we could go for state atheism. Minus foreign religions. Plus faith if they follow our state religion. They do. State religion with atheism. Lose the ability to build... No. Honestly, I think these are not bonuses that are important at all. Right, further idle armies. You guys try to make your way back. I would hope that you can survive. And then there's another idle army up here. Guys, do get down here. We're gonna explore to the south. Who is moving about? Oh yeah, our two normal armies aren't they? Okay, you are continuing to build the Taj Mahal. That's lovely. I think it is going to be a nice thing to build and finish so that we can also claim new things. Yeah, but our science is really, really improved here now, so that's really great. Also, the chartered companies are going to be very useful very soon. Right, Edgeworth, you are still continuing to build your things. It's going to take 5 turns. That's a long time. We can now build the settler, which we might want to do and send over towards the next thing too. What exactly did we gain from 3 mastered ships? Colony plan, the settler, and the better transport. But no better naval ship. Our naval ships are still bound towards, like our military naval ships are still bound basically. So we could actually think about, for example, Carracks. They're nice, but we might also actually think about just skipping them and going into things like men of war and potentially even propeller ships. Encyclopedia is also nice because it does give us more money there, more science. And more science, that would actually boost our science by a lot, I think. So let's actually again delay the centralized power and the patronage, go into Encyclopedia and then into patronage, and then we might think about steam engines and such. Right, so that's great. Let's end the turn here, and let's at least build up the Taj Mahal. Order our armies about. You guys can now sail towards the north, check out what's going on here in these English lands. You guys likewise are going to continue up north. There are some strategic resources here. Interesting. What is this? Oh, vents. That they are producing signs. Nice. Interesting. Right. Again, you guys do come home as far as you can at least. Right. And then you guys do make your way south. Try to explore as much of these continent as we can.
With
And actually end the turn again.
I think we can safely say that the Library of Alexandria has been avenged.
30 research quarters, that is nice. We can claim a new
Taj
wonder.
Mahal is indeed a stunning mausoleum. If you want to be together forever, it's hard to choose a nicer place.
Taj Mahal, army lost at sea. So that's you guys. You would be dying, but we can actually make it back towards safe grounds. And then we're going to be able to get over there and recover from that. So that's nice too. So we did discover the... what was it? Mercantilism? No, chartered companies. More money, but more importantly, more science. Science per population, always lovely. Especially as our population is probably going to increase very soonish. Ooh, there's a choice here. I came bearing steam. An inventor engineer ostracized for her own country on account of her religion has come to you offering her scientific expertise. She wishes to settle in the city of Cliff City, where she believes she could work productively. Her pioneering work on the fundamentals of engines could be vital, but the fact that she's not a follower could make things difficult. What do you say to her? Learning, plus 20 science, that's not a lot, or jail. Celebration, more stability. No. I do like the idea of more progress. We are very progress-centered. It's a minuscule amount of science.
You have reached the end of an ideology axis.
Yes, we
of
have.
all the epithets other empires may use for you,
Good.
wishy-washy won't be one of them.
Right, let's start by the Cabinet of Curiosities, because 32 signs is nothing to frown upon. And then think about our exhibition halls. Now, potentially up over here they may make the most sense. 50 signs. Jesus. 50 signs for sure. We haven't really built up that many research districts in this area here. Now, 44 is not bad. 46 up here, but some negative modifiers. Why are you proposing this area here? Don't think it makes that much amount of sense to place it here. How about here? yeah, we could ultimately try to get some food from here too. Although I don't think that's that useful. Apologies for the background sound there. But you know what? I think this is a good place to put in a cut anyway. Let's actually do admire the Taj Mahal. There we go. That is fairly nice. You know what? Let's get the interface off. And that is going to be the screenshot for this episode. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Do leave a like. And I'll see you around next time. Bye bye.